He's coasting out there. Guys are skating by him, so he's got to make sure he's moving his feet all the time.
Has his attitude changed at all since there was a change upstairs in coaching?
No, not for me. I don't think so. I've never had an issue with his attitude. I said since the day he got here, I thought his attitude was really good in a very difficult situation for a young player. And he's going to have his bad days like everybody else does in that locker room, but I think he's always kept a positive attitude and kept trying to move forward even when there seemed to be another hurdle and another hurdle and another hurdle. I think he just keeps pushing forward.
Does he see himself now as the guy who can be the #1 center here and the go-to guy, and not necessarily, not that you don't have only one, but I mean, does he want that role?
Absolutely, and we had this conversation with him right after the coaching change, with Kevin Porter being called up. We told him, this is essentially your hockey team. This is your time right now to be the guy that leads us every night, and that's a lot for a young player to take on. But he's to me, he's showing a lot of signs that he's ready for that.
Max Legault earned the higher line minutes the other night. Is that the case?
He continues to. I mean, for us, if you look at our hockey team now, there aren't many guys in our roster that skate better than him in terms of they can play an up-tempo, up-pace game. You watch him on the penalty kill, he dominates because he's fast, he's on pucks all the time. But he also plays in straight lines, he stops and starts, he always faces the puck, he's got good habits, and he's another guy, like any good player. The more minutes he gets, the more confidence he gets, the more he rolls. And he scored some huge goals for us the last couple of weeks.
And, you've been on the wrong end of the shot differential a lot throughout the year, but not so much tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that we played a really good defensive game in front of David. Obviously having Adam Party back on the back end is a huge difference. I mean, you see the poise under pressure and the way that he handles himself in our own zone, and he talks. He's really good with our young defensemen. I think that even a lot of nights that we've given up a lot of shots, that we've made a concerted effort to make David's nights easier in terms of where are they getting those shots from, and then take care of the net front up for second chances. And we haven't been giving up a lot of them. So, yeah, it was good to hold them to very few shots tonight, and that's been, kind of a concerted effort of our depot over the last month or so.
The whole game was in the other end.
Yeah, it was. And that, again, as we've talked about before, our job as an offensive team is to be really difficult for the other team's decoys. And that's keeping pucks below the tops of the circle, cycling it, getting over it with all of our big bodies, and then getting pucks to the net. If you do that, it's going to be easy on your decoy because they're always at the offensive blue line.
You got a lot of guys. You talked about Luke Adams' situation last year, and you got a lot of guys who come into the same situation. Adam Hardy's one of them. Came out and played another strong game. Do you just feel like a lucky guy that, when you get the players who came down from Buffalo, and it seems like all of them are giving you strong efforts? Yeah,
and you got to have the right guys. That's the key. And when I talked to Adam the other day after he had come back to us, he said, I'm glad to see you. I wish it was under different circumstances. He just smiled and looked at me and said, I'm ready to play hockey. And that's all you need to know about him is no matter where he's at, he's going to go out and play as hard as he can. He's going to work himself back in the National Hockey League. So you can see it the way he plays here, and under different circumstances, he might be there right now. But he's going to make the best of his circumstance right now.
How do you decide who to scratch?
We're trying, obviously that we've got guys on the back end that have played really well, that we feel are every night guys. And then, for some of our guys, you guys know who they are, we try to keep everybody involved.
I guess, more specifically the veteran.
Oh, how do we decide? Right now, it's more of a decision. Chris Miller's kind of a low man only because he's from UCO, where we're trying to be loyal to our players who are signed here in Rochester and Buffalo. So, for us, it was he was somebody we brought in late when we didn't have a lot of veterans, and he's totally on board with the situation. He's great about it.
Not a